It's a beautiful day and a beautiful day for some more Am I the A-Hole stories. I'm so ready for this episode. The first one that we're going to read is so wild, and let's get into it. Enjoy, guys. Am I the a-hole for refusing to cook after my boyfriend tried to critique my cooking with a literal PowerPoint presentation? So this happened a few days ago and I'm still trying to process it. For context, I, 28 female, have been with my boyfriend, 30 male, for about 2 years. We live together and I've always done most of the cooking because I enjoy it. And he says that he can't even boil water without setting off the smoke alarm. The other night I made one of our favorite meals and while we were eating, he got a weird smirk on his face. He then says, "You know, I've been taking notes." I laughed thinking that he was joking, but then he said, "No, really, I made a presentation." I still thought it was a joke until he got up and connected his laptop to the TV and opened a PowerPoint titled Improving Our Home Dining Experience. I was in disbelief as he went slide by slide critiquing my dishes. Slide number 1, too much garlic. Slide number 2, pasta consistency. Number 3, more salt, less sass. The kicker was slide number 8, which was a photo of Gordon Ramsay face palming with the caption, "What head think?" Wow, not even a little bit of self-awareness in this guy. I was stunned. I told him that if he had such detailed opinions, he should cook himself. He tried to backtrack, saying that it was all in good fun and that he was just trying to help. But I wasn't laughing. I haven't cooked since, and now he's been living off cereal and takeout. He's sulking, saying that I'm overreacting and ruining the joke. So Reddit, am I the a-hole for refusing to cook after my boyfriend presented me with a PowerPoint critique of my cooking? No, of course you're not the a-hole OP. It's the same issue with so many different ones that we read. People don't know what a joke is. That's not a joke. It's not funny. Being an absolute a-hole without even realizing it. And like this comment says, holy what a... If he can make a PowerPoint about all his complaints about your cooking, he can learn how to follow a recipe like a big boy. Yeah, what are you doing, dude? Of course you're not in the wrong, OP, and I don't know how you're gonna forget about this. Like, oh yeah, remember that time that you made a PowerPoint about how bad my cooking is? Yeah. Is it a lack of self-awareness? Like, completely unaware of how he's coming off? That's so bad. Being a colossal a-hole, and then to be like, oh no, you're ruining the joke. This comment says, make a PowerPoint presentation about how he can improve his sexual performance, not the a-hole. Yeah, do that, OP. I'm pretty sure he's not going to feel like that's a joke. See how you like it, dude. This comment says, I'd make a presentation about how he can move the f*** out and cook alone in his new bachelor pad. Why are you tolerating this? Do you want your bar so low the occupants of hell trip on it? Couldn't he have used that time to learn how to boil water? The weaponized incompetence in this one is staggering. Yeah, and then gets annoyed at OP because OP doesn't have the reaction that they wanted. Like, oh no, you're ruining the joke. Oh, dude. This comment says, too much garlic? That alone tells me that he's an idiot. There's no such thing as too much garlic. Yeah, I don't understand how you could ever be like, oh yeah, this is a great idea. I'm gonna make a presentation to my partner about how they can cook better. Like, obviously the PowerPoint itself is really bad, but the bit that pisses me off the most is getting upset at OP because they didn't find it funny. Like, bro, you think you have the right to be upset right now? You need to be non-stop apologizing right now so that she doesn't dump your ass. Oh, how dare you not find this thing that wasn't funny. And also, bro, you're 30 years old. And what, you said you can't even boil a pot of water? I'm sure that he's exaggerating, but you need to learn how to cook, dude. Spending your time damaging your relationship with bloody PowerPoints. You could have made your partner a nice meal in that time. Like, bro, you're upset at OP? Yeah, I don't know. Good luck with that one, OP. I was gonna say, I don't understand why, like, he doesn't even try to cook. Cooking stuff isn't, like, super hard. It's a lot of common sense. But if you're making a presentation about how bad your partner's cooking is, maybe you don't have any common sense. Post number 2 says, am I the a-hole for declining leftover food at my boyfriend's friend's barbecue after the group ate first right in front of us? Tell me your thoughts on this if I was rude. I, 37 female, met my now ex, 38 male ex's friends for the very first time at a pre-drink barbecue that he invited me to join him on. They seemed nice enough, but prior to getting there, my ex said that his friend messaged and said the host feels bad because they're having a barbecue and there may not be enough food for everybody. So if we see food lying around, don't feel bad about it. I said, that's fine, of course. I assumed that he meant they'd already eaten and then we'll join them after. We get there and it's clear that they haven't eaten yet. 8 people were invited of the 12 guests for the dinner. 4 of us were not. When it came to mealtime, the 8 of them sat around a nicely set table and chowed down without making any eye contact with us while we stood on the outside of the table chatting. I thought it was so weird. My ex did not, I guess. It was so awkward because we were actually starving. When the meal was done, the host got up and said, guys, please help yourself to the leftovers. I know people are all raised different, but this struck me as odd. My ex went and got some food on a plate and said, come and eat. And for some reason, I couldn't get myself to do it. I don't even know these people, and it was so uncomfortable. I politely said no thank you, and I carried on my conversation. Well, my ex was so bothered by this reaction from me, it ruined the whole evening for him, and we actually broke up after that. He broke up with me. He had originally said that we just ate together at the street festival, so I was pretty bothered that he put me in that position, and then was mad at me for choosing not to eat and grabbing a snack on the street. Is this culturally normal behavior for some people? I live in Canada, and I could never eat in front of a guest in my home and not feed them, but this is normal behavior for some. Was I rude or in the wrong for doing this? Or was he gaslighting me by being mad and making me feel like the rude person for declining food? Addition, I'm not vilifying the host here. Everybody's focusing on that, and while it is wild behavior to me, I thought it was bizarre and comical. The ass in question is number one, me for declining the food because I felt that it was clear that we weren't invited to eat, or number two, my ex getting mad about me not eating. But OP, you didn't even say anything rude. You said no thanks. You weren't rude at all here, OP. And also, like this comment says, it sounds like a mess. Why would you invite people to a barbecue that you can't feed? Not the a-hole. Yeah, for sure, you're not in the wrong here for saying no, OP. All you said was no thanks. And your boyfriend broke up with you because of this. And like the top comment says, no, this is so weird. To single out guests to only eat leftovers while the first crew gets their pick. I don't know anybody who would do this. I would have been appalled and acted just the way that you did. Yeah, I'm good. I'll eat what I planned on eating. I don't need to pick through your leftover cold food. They all could have had a little less to be able to share with the 4 people not included. Or asked you to bring a couple of burgers or something so you weren't left out. Especially if you were going somewhere where they had food. Not the a-hole. It sounds like you dodged a bullet with that guy. OP says, right? There was so much food too. They piled their plates up. I think the oddest part is that we just shouldn't have been there. Like, should have come an hour later after they ate. He made me feel like I was being difficult though. I was very polite. He got mad at me because I had a couple of drinks after. Also not offered any drinks by the host. And because I didn't eat, I got a bit of a buzz. And he kept on passive aggressively saying, well, that's because you didn't eat anything. Lol, what? Yeah, that's so confusing. But no, you didn't do anything, OP. And then for him to get upset at you, but then to also break up with you because of it. So confusing. But yeah, maybe it was a good thing. A blessing in disguise, maybe. Okay, the next one. Am I the a-hole for calling the person who cut themselves a slice of my daughter's personalized birthday cake that was in the shared fridge at work a worthless piece of crap? It's my daughter's birthday this weekend. I had to pick up her birthday cake yesterday before work, so I put it in the shared fridge with the intention to take it home when I knocked off. Although we have had a few incidents with stolen lunches, I didn't think it would be an issue. It was a custom-made birthday cake with my kid's name on it. So you can imagine my shock when I went to retrieve my lunchbox from the fridge, and I noticed that somebody had cut themselves a slice of the cake. I lost it, and I went around questioning everybody, and nobody admitted to it. Nobody saw anything either, and there's no cameras in there. I loudly said that whoever the culprit was, they were a worthless piece of crap, but my boss didn't appreciate that. Was it your boss who took it? That's so bad, OP. Who would even do that? And the fact that your boss doesn't see an issue with it and is getting upset at you, probably your boss. Yeah, this comment, your boss ate the cake. The top comment says, not the a-hole. Who does that? Absolutely, unmistakably a special cake from a bakery for an occasion. That selfish pig knew that it was theirs, ruined it, knew that they were ruining it, and didn't care. People are awful. Yeah, that's not something that you accidentally do. Like, oh, there's a custom cake in the work fridge. I better cut a slice of it without asking anybody. Like, you don't even know what the cake is even for. It's got somebody's name on it who isn't you. Maybe that's a sign that you shouldn't eat it. Yeah, that's so sad because they knew that they shouldn't have been eating it. There's no way that was an accident. And also the fact that your boss didn't really see any issue, and what, they're not gonna help you try to find who did this? Or they feel like it's okay that somebody did this? Yeah, your boss was probably the person who did it. This comment says your boss is either a thief or a worthless piece of crap himself. Complain to HR. Yeah, very suspicious that the boss got upset at you here, OP. Post number 4 says, am I the a-hole for leaving my cheating boyfriend and then rejecting his I messed up apology? I feel like we don't even need to read this. No, probably not the a-hole. I 22 female was dating him 25 male for almost 2 years. We met in college and he was super charming and sweet, you know, the whole dream boyfriend, or so I thought. A few weeks ago, I found out that he was messaging his ex, and not just friendly catch up. There were heart emojis, late night texts, and even some I miss you lines. When I confronted him, he denied everything, saying that it was nothing and just a joke. Oh yeah, that's a joke. Once again, you don't know what a joke is, dude. I couldn't believe it. After a ton of gaslighting and babe, you're overreacting nonsense, I broke it off. I packed up his stuff, I left it outside his door, and I blocked him everywhere. But here's where it gets weird. He actually writes me a letter apologizing, saying that he'd changed and realized his mistakes. He even got some of our friends to text me saying that I should give him another chance. I shut it down done hard, and I told him that was between me and Jake, and I moved on. Now everybody's acting like I'm being cold and unforgiving. Am I the a-hole for cutting him out completely and not even giving his apology a chance? No, OP, not even a little bit. You did the right thing here, OP. And also good on you for being strong enough to do it, OP. The top comment says, absolutely not the a-hole. You found out that he was being deceptive, and instead of owning up to it, he tried to gaslight you and downplay your feelings. Yeah, and also say that it was a joke. Where's the joke, dude? That's a huge betrayal, especially after nearly 2 years together. He had plenty of chances to be honest with you and respect your boundaries, but he chose not to. When he finally apologized, it seemed more like he was just upset about losing you, not truly recognizing the hurt that he caused. And his attempt to rope in his friends to pressure you into forgiveness, that's manipulative and dismissive of your right to make your own choices. Standing up for yourself in a tough situation isn't being cold or unforgiving. It's protecting yourself from somebody who disrespected you. How do you feel about moving forward without him? Yeah, that's such a good point. It's not cold or unforgiving. You're protecting yourself from somebody who doesn't respect you. Yeah, like what? You're meant to feel sorry for him or something and give him a second chance? Nah. Yeah, like this comment says, not the a-hole. You respected yourself by leaving and staying strong. Yeah, you really did, OP, and good on you for doing it. Yeah, I like this comment too, not the a-hole. You did the right thing. That ex-girlfriend of his is going nowhere fast, and he's always going to mess you about it if you take him back. In fact, if you do, you're only giving him permission to do it again. He'll think, OP will just forgive me when she finds out. You don't want that. Move on and find somebody better. Yeah, like this expectation for you to forgive him. You don't have to, OP, and good on you for not. Like, that's completely fair enough. And also the fact that he said he was joking. Oh yeah, haha, good joke. You don't know what a joke is. Good on you for doing this, OP. You were like, you know what? I don't need somebody who is going to do this. Like, bro, you think I'm going to let you do this? No, goodbye. Yeah, and also like that comment said, if you do forgive him, he'll do it again and again and again. It's not going to stop. The next one says, am I the a-hole for refusing to babysit my sister's kids after she said that I'm not a real parent? I, 33 male, am a single dad to my daughter, 6 female. Her mum passed away shortly after she was born, so I've been raising her on my own for my entire life. It's been hard, but I've done everything I can to provide for her and make sure that she's happy and healthy. My sister Claire, 35 female, has 3 kids, 10 male, 8 female, and 5 female, and is married to a great guy. They're both wonderful parents, but they often ask me to babysit their kids because they know that I've got a lot of experience with my own daughter. I don't mind helping out when I can, but lately it feels like they're asking me more and more, often without much notice. I've had to cancel plans and juggle my own schedule and rearrange stuff to accommodate them. A few days ago, Claire called and asked if I could babysit for the weekend because she and her husband wanted to go on a couple's retreat. I told her that I couldn't because I'd already made plans with my daughter for a special daddy-daughter weekend. Claire got upset and said that I should be willing to help her out since she has real responsibilities as a mother of 3 kids and that I only have 1 child. That comment really hurt me, and I told her that just because I've only got 1 child doesn't mean that my responsibilities are any less important than hers. She brushed it off and said that I wouldn't understand what it's like to be a real parent. Oh my god, she's digging herself a grave. That's so bad. She already made it bad, and then she made it even worse. She said that I wouldn't understand what it's like to be a real parent because I've never had to deal with multiple kids or juggling a full household. I was really offended, and I told her that if she thinks I'm not a real parent, then maybe she shouldn't rely on me so much for childcare. I refused to babysit, and now she's furious. She's been texting me non-stop saying that I'm punishing her over a small comment and that I'm being selfish for not helping her when she needs it. Even my mum's chimed in saying that I should let it go because Claire has a lot on her plate. But I don't think I should be treated like a free babysitter, especially when she clearly does not respect my role as a parent. Am I the a-hole for refusing to babysit after what she said? Of course not. And no, you definitely should not let it go. Imagine being such a giant a-hole and then being angry at you. That's so bad. So bad, but also so funny at the same time. Like she's the one being so rude, but she's angry at you, OP? Furious at you? The top comment says, not the a-hole. She said that you aren't qualified as a real parent and don't know how to take care of multiple children while trying to leave multiple children in your care. She's an ingrate and not entitled to your help. Tell your parents to watch her kids. Yeah, that's a good point. What are the parents doing? You've got no obligation to help here, OP, even though your sister definitely feels like you do. And also turning parenting into a competition. Like, oh, you're not a real parent because you're not as busy as me and because I've got more kids. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what does the sister even mean? Yeah, like this comment says, a classic case of don't bite the hand that feeds you. Not the a-hole. Tell your sister as a parent of 1, you're not fit to take on the responsibility of 3 kids and tell her to take a hike. Yeah, such an annoying situation. Your mum saying that you should let it go because she's got a lot on her plate. And also your sister not even apologizing. The opposite, she's angry at you. Your sister has been taking you for granted, OP. And yeah, she's not entitled to your help as much as she feels like she is. And also, as much as she feels like it, she's not more of a real parent because she's got more kids. All that we actually know from this is that she's entitled and also rude. The next one says, am I the a-hole for leaving before dinner? Because my mum didn't cook anything that my wife can eat. I recently got married with my long-term fiance. She and my mum have never really gotten along. I always hoped that things would get better after the marriage. My mum invited us over for dinner, which was supposed to be our first meal as a married couple at her house. Now, my wife is vegan. She was a vegetarian before, but switched to vegan a couple of months ago. My mum knows that she's vegan. And despite that, my mum didn't prepare anything vegan for her, except a soggy-looking salad. Even the veggie soup, she added chicken broth to make it tastier. The rest was all non-vegan stuff like mac and cheese and fried chicken and jambalaya and banana pudding for dessert. All stuff that my wife can't eat. I told my mum we were going to leave before dinner since there was nothing for Olga, my wife, to eat. My mum said that she could just pick the shrimp out of the jambalaya and eat the salad. I told her that's not how it works. And then she starts insisting the veggie soup was fine. I pointed out that it wasn't vegan because of the chicken broth, which according to my mum was bull. She then asked Olga if she can't just eat normally for one day. My wife said no, but she doesn't mind just having the salad. But I knew that she was only trying to save the day and was fed up with how my mum was treating her, so I thanked my mum and then I told her we were leaving. My mum freaked out and she blamed us by being disrespectful. She said that she spent hours cooking all that food for me. I told her that's the issue. She should have thought about my wife too. My mum said that I was exaggerating because it's not like she's allergic or anything. So am I the a-hole? No, you're not the a-hole, OP, and I'm so happy, so unbelievably happy that you stood up for your partner. Yeah, like this comment says, not the a-hole, and your mum was staring. Good for you for standing up for your wife. Yeah, and your mum calling you guys disrespectful, but doesn't have anything that OP's wife can eat. Your mum obviously doesn't respect your wife, OP, but you two are the ones who are being disrespectful. This comment says, not the a-hole. OP, don't second guess yourself. You did the right thing. You stood up for your wife. Your mum's behavior is unwelcoming and extremely passive aggressive. Maybe just aggressive. Importantly, and this is what I want you to focus on, your mum's behavior is these things only towards your wife. I see that you're now feeling bad because your mum spent hours cooking all the food, and that I'm guessing because she made all that food for you. These are not things that weigh in your mum's favor or make you an a-hole. They are the problem. Please see this. Don't fall directly into the trap that your mum's setting. You saw it perfect at the beginning. I told her that was the issue. She should have thought about Olga too. Thank you for standing up for your wife. Thank you for seeing that your mum is trying to divide you guys and create a wedge. Don't undo all that good husband work by backtracking now. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, the next one says, am I the a-hole for not telling my girlfriend that flashing was a breakup offense? So earlier this year, my girlfriend flashed a band during a concert. It bothered me a lot, and I told her that I heavily disliked it. She apologized and told me that she won't do it again. During Halloween last night, we went to a party, and she went wild and started flashing some strangers. I didn't say anything right there and then, but once I took her home, I mentioned if she remembered our talk about flashing. She said that she did, but she just got caught up in the moment. What do you mean? Oh yeah, I'm so caught up in the moment that I'm gonna flash everybody. What are you talking about? I told her that we're done. I think she was caught off guard and she tried to explain herself and she told me that she didn't know that I'd break up with her over this. Yeah, but she did know that you didn't like it, OP. And she also did say that she wouldn't do it again and that if she had known that it was breakup worthy to me, she would have never done it. Right, so she told you that she wouldn't do it again, but she absolutely would do it again, but only wouldn't do it again if you were gonna break up with her. Yeah, that doesn't make them sound any better. I walked out, but the last thing I told her was that I don't want to threaten the relationship or give out ultimatums. Edit, I don't feel bad for breaking up with her, but I'm questioning if I should have explicitly said that I would break up with her when we first had the conversation. Who the hell gets caught up in the moment and feels like they need to flash a whole bunch of strangers? No, you're not the a-hole, OP. Yeah, like this comment says, not the a-hole. Which is it? Either she got caught up in the moment or she made a conscious decision to disregard your already discussed boundary that she wouldn't have blown off if she'd known that it was breakup worthy. That statement means that she knew in the moment that you'd be pissed off and chose to do it anyway. Yeah, and also why? Who does that? No, you're not the a-hole, OP. That's so wild. Yeah, I feel like that's enough for today. That was such a fun episode and I hope you guys had a good time today. If you did, make sure you subscribe if you want to. And I've got a cute wholesome meme to show you before you go. I found your glasses. Amazing, thank you. The doctor can see you now. The doctor can see you because they've got their glasses. That's so cute. I like how they've integrated a dad joke into a comic. The doctor can see you because he can actually see now. That's so cute. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful time today. The comment of the day today today goes to Clever Grey. Reality is stranger than fiction. Yeah, that's such a good comment. Like the stuff that we read about on a daily basis. It's unbelievable. We read this sort of stuff every day, and still every single day I'm not ready for it. It's some new ridiculous thing every single day. And yeah, I feel like that comment really sums it up. And yeah, I'll see you in tomorrow's episode, everybody. Make sure you look after yourself and make sure you have a beautiful, amazing rest of your day. And you know what I'm about to say because I say it every single day. Bye!